Alright, so we're going to do some French toast today. Well, the sous chef's going to make French toast, Cassie. I have some challah bread, which is like an egg bread. I'm going to cut it nice and thick. And then Cassie's going to get 3 eggs into the bowl. So we're going to crack the eggs in the bowl. We're going to give them a bit of a whisk just to break them up. Just so they're not all clumped together and they start to break apart a little bit, which is nice. And then we're going to add in about a 1/4 cup of milk. My measurements aren't exact here. I'm just going to add it in until it looks right. So I'm just waiting for the egg to kind of break apart and looking like the right color. That looks good. Then Cass is going to put in some vanilla essence. We're going to put a little dab of nutmeg. We're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon or close to 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. We're going to put in also 6 tablespoons of white sugar. Then we're going to mix them all up, give it a good whisk. We're going to break it down. Sometimes the cinnamon gets a bit clumpy, but that's okay. A little sprinkle of salt to help bring the flavor out. I'm using my double griddle, but you can use a round frying pan, a square griddle, any kind of pan that we have is fine. So we're putting on a medium heat, get it nice and hot. Let it heat up. We're going to put a bit of butter on the pan there as well. So I just want to get a little coating of butter all over. You can use pan if you don't want to use butter. Dredge the bread into the egg mix, then put it in the pan. The butter is just starting to turn brown, so it's just right before it's burning. You don't want it to burn, the butter to burn, but just starting to change color. We get the bread onto the pan and we start to cook it up. After a few minutes, we're going to give it a flip. It flips over nice and easy, nothing sticking, browning nicely. You can always brown it longer if you want. And so Cassie's going to flip all the bread over, and then we're going to cook it for another few minutes, and then it's good to go. Flip these over, looking good. Sous chef always does such a great job. And then we put them on the plate and ready to serve. Now I'm going to garnish these with some Lyle syrup, and we're going to put some peach yogurt on there, and we're going to put on some strawberries and blueberries. And that's how we're having our brekkie today.
That's how I make French toast.
You betcha. Happy cooking. That's Chef Warren and Sous Chef Cassie.